All right, folks, we have a full body weights optional workout today. The only equipment you really need is a mat, so go ahead and grab that now and we'll get started. All right, guys, let's go ahead and start with step touch. So arms come out to the side, we're gonna step to the left, touch right, and reverse. Make sure that we have a tall posture, shoulders are down your back, navel is pulling in and up. Let's go ahead and add some arc movements. Gonna bend at the elbows and straighten. So each step is a movement. Keep the upper arms where they are. We're only moving at the elbows. Keep breathing, please. We're gonna do 4 more of these. Last one here. Arms stay out, step touch continues. We're going to do some arm swing. So our arm will extend out to the side, swing up past our head to frame it, and then continue. Starting with the right, coming out and up, out and up. If your arm is getting tired, you can put it down on your hip. Otherwise, leave it up there. Last 2. Last one here. Let's reverse, out and up. Good. We have 4 more. Then we're going to add them together. Last 2. Last one. And both arms out. Last 4. 3, 2, 1. Hold the arms out. Keep step touch going. Or just 8, 7, 6, shoulders down the back, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so keep your wide stance. We're gonna sit back to a squat position. I want your hands to come behind your ears. Make sure your knees are right over your toes. We're gonna sit back, push through our heels, squeeze your butt to come up. Then I want you to cross your right elbow to your left knee. And do it again. Push it back, squeeze to come up. Now left elbow to right knee. We're going to do that a little bit faster, alternating each time. We have 4 more. Last 2. Last 1. Okay, so next we're going to go down to the floor for negative push-ups. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with our negative push-ups. So basically, with this, I want you to go ahead and walk your hands forward so that they're about shoulder width apart. And I want you to position yourself so that your weight is shifted forward onto the hands. Your shoulders are over the hands. I want you to think about tucking your belt buckle toward your chin. Pull the abs in and up and push away from the floor with your hands. We're going to lower down by bending our elbows, squeeze your glutes. We're just going to lower down as slow as you can until you reach the floor. Then you get up however you want. Okay, we're doing this 10 times. Okay, so we're going again. Lowering really slow, moving only at the elbows. Reach the floor and come up. So make sure we're pulling our abs in the entire time. Shoulders are away from the ears. You're doing good. Keep going. So even though we're not pushing up on this, your pecs are definitely working. Good news is we're halfway. Only 5 left. If you want, you can challenge yourself by doing a full push-up with this. Make sure that your butt moves with the rest of your body though. Okay, we have 3 more. And try to keep your head up, right? So we don't want it hanging down like this. Keep your neck in alignment with the rest of your spine. Okay, last one here. Slow, 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 slow. Okay, excellent. So I want you to go ahead and roll over onto your back. So we have core section sandwiched by push-ups, negative push-ups, so you're welcome. Okay, so go ahead, lie down on your back. So your feet are flat on the floor. Hands are gonna come behind your head. I want you to make sure that your low back is pushing into the floor, okay? So you might have some space for your hand to slip underneath. I want you to remove that space, okay? So again, think about tilting your pelvis, belt buckle towards your chin. Then there should be very little, if any, space between your back and the floor. So let's go ahead, take a nice deep breath. We're gonna exhale, pull the abs in and up, and crunch up, and down. So we're gonna do 12 here, just so you know. Making sure the shoulders are staying down, that the arms are staying wide, and of course that your low back is staying in contact with the floor the entire time. We're halfway. Last 5. Keep breathing for 3, 2, 1. Okay, so next we're going to crunch up. We're going to twist to our left and bring the left knee towards the right elbow. Put that foot back down and lower down. Then up, twisting towards the right. Lower that foot and back down. I'm going to keep this up, twisting opposite elbow to knee. And if this is not enough for you, you have the option to turn this into a regular bicycle crunch. So you can keep the legs off the floor, but you need to do this very slow, very controlled to keep time with the rest of us. 1 more each side. Okay, so we can release that. Hands are going to come to the floor. I want you to go ahead and bring your knees into a tabletop position. So ideally, I would like your knees to be right over your hips. If this is a little too much, if you find your back is arching, you can't keep it down, bring the knees in a little bit. So that's fine. If they need to be closer in towards your chest, just make sure that the back is flush with the floor. If this is also not available to you in this moment, that's okay. What I want you to do is I want you to set 1 foot down on the ground and work with 1 leg at a time, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to do leg drops. So we'll start with the left side. I want you to make sure your abs are pulling in and up, back is touching the floor. We're gonna lower down towards the floor. You don't necessarily have to touch, and bring it back up. Just going slow. Working our low abs here. Keep breathing. We have 4 more. Last 3. Last 2. Pull in the abs. And last one right here. Okay, we're going to switch sides. So right foot goes down towards the floor. Again, you do not have to touch. You're just moving at your own range of motion. So basically, the rule here is, if your back starts coming off of the floor, you need to keep your legs a little bit higher. Don't lower them as far. Okay, 4 more. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Bring it back up. Legs are going to come together here. If you're working with 1 foot on the floor, you're going to just continue that motion. Otherwise, your legs are going to come together. We're going to do a double leg drop, so you may not be able to lower as far. So again, Take a nice easy breath. If your back comes up, that's fine. Give yourself a little bit of a stretch here. Then let's reset. Let's blow it out. Push the low back into the floor. Take another nice easy breath. And let's go ahead and lower both legs towards the floor. A couple inches and come back up. Nice and controlled. Lower and lift. Keep breathing. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Abs are pulling in and up. Try and relax the shoulders. You have 3 more. Challenge yourself, see if you can go a little bit lower. Last 2. Last one, right here. Coming up. Okay, now place both feet on the floor. Get a little bit of a break for the abdominals now. Okay, so please have your feet facing forward so they're not going out to the sides. We're going to keep them parallel. We're going to do some glute bridges. So go ahead, push through your heels, squeeze your glutes, lift the hips towards the ceiling. And we're going to lower down. And coming back up. So what you'll notice here is that if you're really squeezing your glutes, pushing through your heels, you won't be able to overextend because your glutes will stop you. Keep the abs flowing in and up on this as well, please. We have 5 more. 4. Last 3. 2. And last one, we're going to hold it. We're going to pulse for 10. So just 1 inch down, 1 inch up. We have 8, 7, 6, squeeze, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. I want you to squeeze like your leg depends on it. Squeeze for 10, 9, 8. Push to the heels. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Okay, we're going to do a ladder here. So 5 glute bridges, 5 pulses, 5-second hold, 4 bridges, 4 pulses, 4-second hold, and so on until we get to 1. Right? Ready, set, go. So push the heels, going up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 5, 4. Squeeze 2, 1. Lower down. Coming up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pulse for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Lower down. Going for 3, 2, 1. Hold. Pulse 1, 2, 3. Holding a squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Lowering down. Coming up for 1, 2. Hold. Pulse 1, 2. Hold. Squeeze. 2. Lower down. 1 of everything. 1. 1 pulse. Hold. Squeeze. And lower down. Okay. Wonderful. So I want you to go ahead and roll onto your side now. We're going to do a couple of planks. It's nothing too major. So I want you to go ahead and make sure that your left elbow is directly under your shoulder. Knees are stacked. So before you do this, I'm going to show you, you have 3 options, okay? Option 1, plank from the knees, okay? So this is our basic knee plank. Obliques are pulling up, abdominals are engaged. Option 1, okay? Option 2, extending that top leg. Option 3, both legs are extended. Top leg is scissored over the in front. So this is your 3rd option. All right, so I want you to go ahead and take 2 seconds, decide which is going to work for you. And then we're going to hold the plank for 30 seconds. All right, so figure it out. We're going to start in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Raise it up. Make sure the hips are pulling up. These abdominals, your left abdominals are really pulling in. Squeeze everything. Engage your quads, your glutes. You can keep your arm on your hip. You can lift it up in the sky. Whatever is most comfortable for you. We are almost there, folks. We have 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. All right. So we're gonna rotate on towards our front for a very quick front plank. So actually, yeah, we're gonna stay on the elbows, but I want you to go ahead and do this from your knees. So just like with the side plank, make sure the elbows are underneath your shoulders. Your hands can be flat on the ground. You can clasp them together, whatever you feel most comfortable with. And we're gonna go ahead and lift our hips up. Tuck your pelvis towards your chin. Squeeze your glutes. Abs are pulling in, pushing away. We're holding this for 30 seconds. Breathing. If this is not challenging enough, straighten your legs. Lift your knees off the floor. Squeezing your glutes, pointing your heels back behind you. Again, pushing away from the floor. Abs pulling in and up. We're almost there. We have 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. All right, so now I'm going to flip it over to the other side. So we can do the side plank on the right-hand side. You know the drill. Elbow under the shoulder. So again, option 1, knees are stacked. That's fine. Option 2, top leg is extended. Option 3, both legs are extended, top leg is scissored over in the front. Okay, so you have 5 seconds to figure out which option is the best for you. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So abs are pulling in and up. You're really squeezing that right oblique. You're feeling it right here on the side. Hips are pushing up towards the ceiling. Shoulders are away from your ears. Go ahead and engage your glutes, your quads. Pushing away from the floor. Keep breathing. We're almost there. We have 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. All right, wonderful. So the good news is we have only one more set of negative push-ups. So let's just get it over with. Hands are under our shoulders. I want you to go ahead and walk your knees backwards so that you can shift your weight up over the hands. You can tuck your feet or keep them flat, whatever you prefer. Go ahead and tuck your pelvis. Slightly squeeze your glutes, pushing away from the floor. And of course, abs are pulling up and in. Let's go ahead, bend at the elbows, so lower down, slow, 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 all the way. Okay, come up however you want. That's 1. Let's go again. 2. Make sure your butt is moving with you. You're one solid piece, okay? Keep breathing. This is 5. Okay, we're halfway. 5 more. You can do this. You're stronger than you think. Last 4. Okay, last 3. Be mindful of your head. Don't let it drop down. Last 2. I'm ready for this to be over. Okay, final push-up. Negative push-up. Oh boy, okay. That was excellent. So now we're going to go ahead and take it up to standing for the last section. So for our last section, we are going to be doing 2 exercises 3 times through. So we'll start with YTAs and then a lunge variation. So starting with YTAs, we're gonna start with a tall posture. Shoulders are down the back, abs are pulling in and up. Let's go ahead and raise our arms into a Y position. We're gonna pulse back, 1, 2, 3. Arms come center, and then we open up to a T, squeezing your shoulder blades together, pulse back, 2, 3. Thumbs up, and we're gonna rotate those down behind us, squeezing our middle back, pulsing, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do this again, 7 more times. So pulse, 2, 3, T, pulse, 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 A. Up to the Y, T, and A, thumbs down. Gonna turn to the side, keep going. You can see the A, we're squeezing the arms backwards. We're halfway. Three more of these. Keep the shoulders down, don't let them come up towards your ears, and keep squeezing that imaginary pencil behind your shoulder blades. A. Last one, Y, T, and A. All right, so now that's fresh in your mind. You'll be ready for it when you come back. Okay, so moving to lunge, you do not need weights. If you want to use weights, you can. That's an option available to you. So I'm going to show you with the weights. It's going to look exactly the same without them. So if decide what you're going to be doing and get yourself set up. So I want you to go ahead and step backwards with your right leg into a lunge position. So we're not going to be stepping forward. We're just going to be kind of hanging out here. So I want you to make sure that your feet are spaced far enough apart that you're not on a tightrope. So if you're too tight together, you won't be able to balance. So make sure that they are separated. They're on each on their own ski, so to speak. So we're gonna have a tall posture. We're gonna sink down into our lunge, pushing through the front foot, the front heel rather. We're gonna come up and hammer curl, release it, and lower back down. So we're doing 8 of these total, 6 more. You should be working through your front glute, so that's the left side, because you're pushing through that left heel. We have 3 more. Last 2. Last one. Excellent. Okay, so we need to do the other side. So this time, right leg stays planted. We're going to step backwards with the left leg. Again, making sure that we're not on a tightrope. We have 2 skis, and we'll go ahead, have our shoulders down and back. We're going to lower down, push through the front heel, curl up, and lower down. Keep your arms in. We have 4 more. Last 2. Last one. Okay, step up, set the weights down if you were using them. Going into our second round of YTAs. Shoulders down the back, we're going to pulse for 1, 2, 3. Squeeze a T, 2, 3. Thumbs back and down for an A. Back to the Y. T. And A. So we're strengthening the muscles of the back that are responsible for posture, right? So we sit at our computers or on the couch, driving, whatever it is, usually not using the best posture. This is going to help to combat that a little bit. Last 3. And A. Y. Squeeze the imaginary pencil. Last one here. Okay, so hopefully that's starting to feel pretty good on your back. So let's go ahead and go into our second variation of lunges. So again, you can use weights or not. Body weight is fine too, so I'll show you with body weight for this one. So again, we're going to go ahead, starting with our left leg, stepping back with the right. Again, make sure we're on the 2 different skis. We're gonna go ahead and sink down into our lunge. I want you to push through your front heel. We're gonna come up halfway, sink back down. Halfway, sink back down. One more time. Halfway, sink back down before we step up. So it's 3 pulses. We're stepping back. We're pulse, 2, 3. Push with the front heel, squeeze that glute to come up. Pulse, 2, 3. Squeeze the front to come up. And if you lose your balance like me, that's okay. We're human. So again, pulse 2, 3. Squeeze to come up. We have 4 left. Last 3. Last one. Alright, so let's go right into the other side. If you're using weights and you need a break, set them down, shake out your hands, and pick them up again. Alright, so weight shifts to the right leg. Left leg steps back behind us. We have a good amount of space between the feet. We're going to lower down, pulse 1, pulse 2, pulse 3, and then we step all the way up. Pulse 2, 3, push through the heel, squeeze the glute, and up. 6 more. 5. Make sure you're pushing through that front heel. It will help you engage your glute a little bit more. Last 2. And last one. All right. Good news. This is the last round of both the YTAs and lunges. So, you know the drill. So lift the arms up to a Y, shoulders down the back. We're going to pull some thumbs back, 2, 3. Out to a T. Squeeze the pencil behind or between your shoulder blades. Thumbs up, rotate down and back, 2, 3. Up to a Y. T and A. And one more note for this. Try to make sure that your head is not jutting out. Pull your head back. If you feel a little bit like you have a double chin, that's kind of what I want. T and A. 4 more. Last 3. So I want you to think about having your, your head, shoulders, and hips all in alignment. All right, last one. Y, T, and A. Okay. Last set of lunges, we're going to do the back lunges with a twist. So I would recommend not using weights, at least initially, just to make sure that you have the balance first. And also, at any point, if you need balance assistance, grab a wall, grab a chair, that's totally fine. So having our weight in our left leg, let's step back with the right into our lunge position. You can go ahead and have your hands together if that's nice for you, a prayer position. We're going to go ahead, we're going to twist towards the front leg. So I'm going to twist away from you. Back to center, push to the front heel to stand. Lunge back, twist, back to center, and stand. So this adds a little bit of a challenge because we're moving out the torso. It's also helping us to really engage our core, making sure that you have that pulled in is really going to help you here. Last 2. Last one on this side. All right, right over to the right leg. So weights in the right foot, stepping back with our left leg. We'll sink down, prayer position or whatever you want to do with your hands. Twist towards the right, back to center, pushing through the front heel. Back, twist, center, and up. We have 5 more. And then make sure you're pulling your navel up and in. Last 2. And last 1. Okay, excellent. So let's go ahead and take a little bit of a stretch. So go ahead and grab one ankle behind you, get a quad stretch. If you need to hold on to something, a wall, a chair, please do that. Try to keep your knees in line. Okay, reverse the sides when you're ready. And please be breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, especially if you're winded. Okay, we're gonna let that go. So next we're gonna do a standing figure 4. I would recommend holding on to something for balance. I want you to go ahead and cross your right ankle over your left knee. Push your hips out behind you. You're gonna feel a stretch on your hips here and that glute. Go ahead and take 2 or 3 nice long deep breaths. All right, and we'll switch sides. Left knee or left ankle across the right knee. Hips go back. You should feel a nice stretch in the hips. The left side. Nice deep breaths, please. Okay, wonderful. Let's go ahead and cross one arm, our right arm across the body. Try to keep that straight. Shoulder down away from your ears. Okay, release. And left arm comes across. Shoulder. Down away from the ear. Stretch out the shoulders. Okay, let go of that. Let's go ahead and take 2 nice big breaths together. We're going to use our arms to inhale up overhead and blow it out the mouth. Oh, one more time. Inhale up and out. Exhale, let it go. Alrighty, excellent work. So if you need more, do another round of that. Otherwise, have a wonderful day.